Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS. Let's get to the news. If you've been following the NFL offseason rumors, then you've probably heard whispers swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC South, and quite honestly, shake up the entire NFC landscape. And no, it's not just idle speculation. Rumors are heating up about the Atlanta Falcons making a serious push to land none other than Davante Adams, the elite wide receiver currently with the Los Angeles Rams, who might soon find himself in a new uniform, and the Falcons are reportedly at the forefront of those discussions. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds almost too good to be true, but the buzz is real, and the details are intriguing enough to get every Falcons fan excited. Let's start with the basics. Adams, a route technician with a massive skill set, stands at 6'1" and weighs around 215 pounds. He's a player who defines consistency and clutch performance, especially in the red zone. Over the past couple of seasons, he's proven to be one of the most reliable and dangerous playmakers in the league. In 2025, he posted over 300 receiving yards with 11 touchdowns, averaging more than 77 yards per game. His hands are among the best in the NFL, with a contested catch rate of 65%, which puts him in the top 3 at his position. Not to mention, his yards after catch, YAC, total of 412 yards shows he's a threat every time he touches the ball. His PFF grade of 93.2 and EPA per target of plus 0.26 underscore his elite status, and he's known for his route running mastery, which makes him a nightmare for defenders. Historically, Adams has accumulated more than 11.0 receiving yards and scored 95 touchdowns in his career, earning 7 Pro Bowl selections. He's often compared to legendary receivers like Julio Jones for his ability to dominate in critical game moments, especially in the red zone, where he scored 8 touchdowns inside the 20-yard line. His 2024 season was impressive, with over 330 yards, reaffirming his status as one of the league's premier receivers, despite battling some injuries in 2025, like a wrist strain that caused him to miss 1 game. Still, he maintained a high level of performance, running 95% of his routes and remaining a key piece in his team's offense. Now, why are the Falcons so interested? Well, first and foremost, Atlanta has been quietly building an offense that's ready to take the next step, especially in the passing game. They already have a talented core with Kyle Pitts and Drake London, but adding Adams would elevate the unit to a whole new level. The Falcons have roughly $28 million in cap space, which gives them enough flexibility to make a splash move like this. Adams would bring experience, reliability, and a proven red zone weapon that's desperately needed to turn close games into victories. Unlike some of the younger receivers on the roster, Adams is a veteran who can step in and immediately command coverage, creating more space for London and other emerging talents. On the other side, the Rams are in a different situation entirely. Coming off a disappointing 5-12 season, they're facing a cap nightmare with over $42 million in negative cap space. The team is clearly in rebuild mode, and trading Adams could be part of their plan to free up cap space, acquire draft picks, and focus on developing young players. The Rams' management isn't shy about trading veterans when it makes sense, especially if it helps set up their future. With Matthew Stafford still at the helm, they might be looking for a rebuild that involves a lot of draft capital, which makes a trade with the Falcons not only plausible but quite attractive for both sides. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The rumor is that Atlanta is willing to part with a first-round pick in the 2027 draft to land Adams. That's a bold move, but it shows how serious the Falcons are about making a statement now. They see Adams as a key piece to their offense, someone who can help them contend immediately and push them closer to a Super Bowl appearance. The addition of a receiver like Adams would dramatically improve their red zone efficiency, which has been a point of concern in recent seasons. With him on the field, the Falcons could see a boost in their red zone scoring percentage from around 58% to over 70%, making their offense much more lethal in those critical moments. Let's talk about the impact Adams could have in Atlanta. First, His hands are virtually unmatched. He's a guy who catches nearly everything thrown his way. Projected to gain over 400 receiving yards this upcoming season, he's a true game changer. His presence on the field would open up opportunities for Drake London, who averages 2 yards per reception, and would help diversify the Falcons' offensive attack. Adams also offers a significant upgrade in yards after reception, boosting the team's average YAC from around 50 yards to over 62 yards. This means more explosive plays, more opportunities for big gains, and a more dynamic offensive approach that keeps defenses honest. In terms of route versatility, Adams can line up both inside and outside, giving offensive coordinator Arthur Smith more options to attack defenses. His proven ability to make contested catches and win in tight coverage makes him a perfect fit for Atlanta's style of attacking downfield and in the red zone. Pair him with Kyle Pitts, and you've got two of the most talented matchup-proof receivers in the league. The chemistry and coordination between Adams and Pitts could elevate the Falcons' passing game to a level they haven't seen in recent years, making them a true threat to defenses across the league. From a statistical perspective, the numbers speak for themselves. If Adams joins Atlanta, his projections for 2024 look even brighter. With a revamped offense, he could surpass his previous career bests, giving the Falcons a legitimate #1 receiver to anchor their aerial attack. His ability to draw double teams would also free up London and other receivers, creating more opportunities for big plays and sustained drives. And don't forget, Adams has a knack for showing up in the big moments, whether it's a crucial third down or a red zone target, making him a true X-factor for Atlanta. Adding Adams isn't just about boosting the passing game. It's about changing the identity of the Falcons' offense. It's about making a statement that Atlanta is here to compete, and they're willing to invest in proven talent to do so. The potential upgrade in red zone efficiency, the increase in explosive plays, and the addition of a veteran leader who can mentor the younger receivers would send a clear message across the league. Atlanta is serious about contending now. And what about the Super Bowl odds? Well, right now, the Falcons are sitting around +12-0 to win it all, which sounds long, but with a move like this, those odds could shift dramatically. If Adams joins Atlanta, Vegas would likely bump their odds closer to +4-0, recognizing the added firepower and playoff potential. The NFL is a league where the right pieces can turn a team from a playoff hopeful into a real contender, and Adams' impact could be the spark that pushes Atlanta into that elite category. His experience, leadership, and ability to elevate the offense in clutch moments make him a perfect fit as a true game changer. In essence, this potential trade points to a strategic shift for the Falcons, an aggressive move to solidify their offense and position themselves as serious contenders in the NFC. With Adams in the fold, they're not just building for the future, they're aiming to win now. The combination of his veteran savvy and the young talent already on the roster could result in a team that's more explosive, more consistent, and more dangerous than ever. Of course, there are risks involved. Trading a first-round pick always carries some level of uncertainty, and the Rams' cap situation suggests they're motivated to make deals happen. But for Atlanta, the risk is worth the reward. If they can land Adams and integrate him seamlessly into their offense, it could be the move that defines this era of Falcons football. The fans should be excited, because this is exactly the kind of bold step that takes a team from good to great. So, Falcons fans, keep your eyes peeled. The offseason is heating up, and this story is far from over. The possibility of Adams donning the black and red isn't just a rumor anymore. It's shaping up to be one of the most exciting developments of the league. The Falcons have a talented roster, a passionate fan base, and now possibly a new superstar receiver to make their Super Bowl dreams even more achievable. We're on the edge of something big, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Falcons' outlook is more promising than ever. With strategic moves like potentially landing Davante Adams, they're setting themselves up not just for a playoff run, but for deep postseason success. The NFC South is still a competitive division, but with Adams, Atlanta would have a clear edge in offensive firepower, making them a team that opposing defenses will have to game plan around. It's an exciting time to be a Falcons fan, with plenty of reasons to believe that this franchise is on the cusp of something special. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you think Adams would be the perfect piece to push Atlanta over the top? Are you excited about the possibility of this trade happening? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling in recent memory, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds for our team. Keep the faith, Falcons Nation, because big things are coming.